Sketches so clean, Eddie's in the zone, sculpting the dream. Mikey's on the mic, bringing voices to life. Welcome to the chop shop. Welcome to the chop shop. Oddfrog Chop Shop. Action figures and toy talk, pop culture, comics, and maybe Lego blocks. Figures, photos, and culture right here with 112 scale vehicles shifting to the gear. From sketch to story, we break the mold. Join us to watch the legends unfold. Guests that inspire, it's all here inside. Pop culture design, the Chop Shop is live. Welcome to the Chop Shop. Welcome to the Chop Shop.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop, where we've been hanging out and chopping it up about what we're doing here at Oddfrog Entertainment, and we're just gonna give you some updates about what's been going on and how we've been doing, and try to keep it short and simple. How you guys in, man?
Doing well.
I'm short and simple.
I'm
Likewise.
I'm not so short, and I'm very complicated.
Yeah, guys, it's been push around here. We've got Toylanta just around the corner. Eddie and I are flying out Thursday. The action figure frequency guys are starting their journey fairly soon because they're driving across country, making the Jack Kerouac style toy trip. Yep. And so it's just, we've been printing stuff like mad. Gabriella from Killa Kawaii Design has been pumping out prints like a mad person. And they're really complicated prints, lots of detail, large scale stuff. So push.
Dude, it's been push on my end too. And I'm not even going to Toylanta.
What's up, Action Figure Addict?
Yeah, so we just finished,
even Deadman's feeling it.
Yeah, we finished up polishing up the Banditos, and we're actually sending them with Chet and Alex from Shadow Nose Network, Action Figure Frequencies on Bandito Radio. Now. So they have them. They're driving them because, shipping them, we had the luggage and having to do. It's just easier to have them, and plus, they wanted to see them anyway, so they're gonna make the journey with them. We'll have the lowrider one and then a base model one. The lowrider is kind of like homage
the Crenshaw.
The Crenshaw, we called it. It's a kit designed by a very talented designer, Abimelech Designs. He's actually from Hermosillo, Mexico. So shout out. That's pretty dope.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
That's what I said. He's an awesome concept designer. Actually works in 3D, not just Photoshop. So the renders are like 3D designs. They're built right onto the Bandito base model. So we're getting those worked out. So they would be obviously, like, we're trying to make the Chop Shop be that tabletop garage. So there'll be kits for that. And we're doing a whole giveaway pretty soon with it.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, it's up and looking good. So right now we have that sky, that blue base model. It's like a wide body model.
She
like
just looks fast, doesn't she?
Cobra, Charger, wide body, muscle.
These are actual kits. This is not Photoshop. These are STLs. These are designed to fit on the car.
Yeah, so we can make improvements on them. We're just testing the waters with them right now. But this is one of 5 that we have going on right now. This is our muscle style one, and then we have the Crenshaw lowrider one, which side skirts, rims, different bumpers and grills, all on the same base model Bandito. And then we have a homage to the JDM. It's like an ADM, American domestic, and it pays tribute to like the Skyline, the GTRs, and that whole car culture, the scene that we're trying to tap into with these different kits and different styles that hopefully would appease a lot more people and people in the car culture. So yeah, we have a giveaway going on. So pick one, submit one. We'll be drawing names soon. That's been hosted by a good partner Deadly Dioramas over there. And we're just ready. We're excited.
How do people enter that?
You you can comment on the site,
On the
but
post?
you want to email. Let's see. Deadly set up an email. Where is it here? Hello everyone.
Sorry, I
Sounds
put
like-
you on the spot.
That's okay. Email us to weneedrides.oddfrog@gmail.com.
I should have put that in here.
I'll do it right now.
We need rides at.
All right, we'll put that in the comments for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the post. If you just comment on the post and we'll try to get to your names anyways. But yeah, we're getting ready. We're headed to Toylanta. This we'll have the green one there and then the base model one going. And we'll have a few other projects we've been working on with David Vonner, and we're trying to get some stuff. We have some victims of Deadman one head sculpts there that we'll have that are, to expand your toy photography scenes and background characters. We'll have some of those there for sale, and some preliminary sculpt designs that we kind of that we have there that we're working on the project with Vonner for Vonner, and a few other things. So we're definitely excited about Toylanta, and I mean, it's been a whirlwind, it's been a ride, and
So, Action Figure Addict asks, would you guys consider doing import cars for a line in the future? Would love an S2000.
2000. Yeah, I mean, once we expand, we want to do all sorts of things. Action vehicles is the term we're trying to coin. So it would not just be like for this first wave, we're trying to stick to like the same era, but then we, like the earlier model cars, but then with the kits, they obviously expand and they change that a lot. But different base models are definitely we were considering, and we have the Bandito, the first one. We have a van that we been working on for just as long, and then we have other like competitive vehicles that kind of that would rival each other. So
Plus, since this is so customizable, I mean, we encourage anyone to 3D print their own panels to create your own kit on top of the Bandito. Yeah,
dude, I gotta have that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be at the.
Yeah, a very close one to this will be there. We've done
Toylanta.
Yeah, same color, would have Dayton rims. We'll have two different sets of rims just to give you a different idea of what it would look like with bigger rims. That it'll have a set of Dayton rims like those. It'll have the side skirts, the windows, everything. Yeah.
Should you manufacture a chassis where it's up on, up on.
We actually the chassis. I've been talking to Kelly about it. Now that we're getting closer to our.
Let's not mention anything, bro. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
We've been talking to Kelly about it, about redesigning a bit of the chassis and stuff and putting some stuff into there. But, we won't say exactly what, but
right.
It's, again, we haven't scratched any tooling. So it would just be going back to our engineer, Johnny, and talking to him and doing some changes that elevate this to a different level. It's going to be fucking dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's perfect. Let's talk about Toylanta for a minute.
Toylanta, yeah.
Let me see if I can share my screen here.
Yeah, we're getting our banners going. I believe Brett, who's hosting Toylanta, the organizer down there, he's working with David Vonner. He's got us a booth, nice little booth spot. We'll have a banner. We'll have.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, just go ahead and make it full screen and just play it. Don't worry about the volume. We can.
Thanks to Wayback Attack, we're just borrowing a little walkthrough of his video here real quick.
I think, is this the same convention center it's going to be at or similar? It'll probably be a similar setup.
I'm not exactly sure. This is last year.
Okay, so we're not sure about the location, but this is the turnout last year at Toylanta. So we'll have our own booth and the toy company artist section. Like we'll be out there. David Vonner will be there, the guest of honor, and we'll have the action figure frequency guys. One thing we'll be doing like a live show. We'll actually also have, if all goes well, we'll have an artist that we've been playing some of her music on Bandito Radio, and she's actually from what we've heard, she's gonna be at Toylanta as well. So we'll probably have her. Y'all should check her out. Ray Millie.
Ray Millie.
Yeah. She should be out there. So Vonner hooked that up, and he like a meet and greet. So she's from Vegas. She's up and coming artist, and She's featured on Bandito Radio along with a lot of others that, independent artists that we've been able to get in contact with and are excited about the idea and the concept. And, so now the Chop Chop and the Bandito actually has expanded to its own radio station where we have real independent artists and we play music and we play ads for like Advent Comics, Southside Comic, Dalton Malone, which we're working on, and all sorts of stuff. And it's gonna be wild, and we're trying to incorporate a lot of entertainment. The entertainment aspect is coming into play right now, and it's very exciting.
Absolutely. And I'm really excited for the Action Figure Frequencies guys to be there podcasting live from the convention. I think that's going to be really fun. A lot of people are liking Bandito Radio, so we're just going to keep it rolling. We're eventually going to get to where we're streaming all the time. But right now we're just trying to put it out there to show everybody, show investors what it looks like, show other companies that they can advertise on it and stuff like that, and just, build it from the ground up.
And like 112 Addict just asked that the Night Wolf by Uru Toys will be there. Marcelo,
it will be there. Yep.
Marcelo from Uruguay is actually flying out there, and he's getting it out there. So we'll have it at our booth as well. And, we're working with him to get that to market, working on getting quotes and helping them establish that and make that work too. So, it's, we qualified it a couple of weeks ago. I guess, we brought him under the Oddfrog Entertainment wing and we brought him in and it's, an action vehicle in our sense. And we're proud to have him as part of our team and help him out. And, the more the merrier. We're just trying to help out as many as we can and help them achieve their dreams just as much as we're trying to achieve ours.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotta be quite a plight, to be, we're all so close to the toy industry right here in Los Angeles. And I imagine it's not an easy thing to do to get toys made like that down there. But here's the information. Go ahead, Mikey.
No, I was just going to say, I'm bringing up this is the official website. That's next weekend, isn't it?
Yep. This coming weekend, the end of the month, 28th, 27th,
We'd love to see you guys there.
28, 29, 30. Yeah.
Exclusive figure.
That looks pretty dope by Four Horsemen. It looks pretty dope. The ATL 25 figure thing looks rad, Four Horsemen has been doing a hell of a job killing it, and their figures are one of the, they are one of the top companies right now. They're independent toy companies doing their thing. They got various lines, and there's going to be all sorts of people down there. So we're excited to just be part of that and be associated with them nowadays.
Yeah, and I would say, guys, in the next couple of days, look for posts that are associated with Oddfrog, and you'll get a little bit of sneak peeks as to what we're going to show there too that we haven't shown publicly.
So, I just want to
follow David Bonner. He's going to show some stuff too.
Yeah.
What's up, Deadman?
Is it my turn?
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I was just commenting that I've seen all the stuff.
So I just wanted to show the schedule real quick to show some of the guests here. Or not the schedule,
definitely
but
exciting, folks.
Guest of honor, David Bonner, our project manager. I like the way that flows. The guest of honor is David Bonner, our project manager. He's also helped with Brutal Realm and Odious from Unparalleled Universe. He helped those succeed, and I think he'll have some stuff there too. So it's gonna be dope.
I don't know about you guys, but I could listen to him talk for hours.
Yeah,
he just
totally.
His excitement is contagious. It really.
There's a great interview with him on SKN Network. Guys, go check out the SKN Network interview with David Bonner. You literally could listen to it forever. He's got such a history in the toy industry. He's worked on or touched in some way all the stuff that we love. So I highly recommend that. SKN Network interview with David Bonner.
He's worked on and touched almost all this stuff, period.
Yeah, he really has.
Yeah, he's helped out so many people. He's done such a good job with getting independent toy companies off
artists and just getting artists sprung off the getting them into the game too. Yeah. Brandon Gash, he helped. Brandon Gash is a phenomenal artist. He helped get him into the game and
Paige Turco, April O'Neil
too. Yep,
April O'Neil. I can't believe she'll be there. Yo,
Ernie
I can't wait to
Jr.
see Ernie. Yeah,
you guys got to get some pictures with this guy because
that's cool.
I mean, I remember the first thing I saw him in was Enter the Dragon. You know, Leroy Brown. But also Sidekicks back in the day was a very short-lived TV show.
That's right.
And he was in Red Sonja with Arnold.
That's right.
And,
yep.
But been around forever.
Oh, cool.
I was never a huge Power Ranger fan, but yeah, he's been around for a long time.
I was never a huge fan either, but I was inspired by the entire Saban entertainment thing.
Yeah. And then Sergeant Slaughter, another picture you guys got to get.
I don't know who's going to be there. Hey, this is going to be dope.
Make sure he's got one of you in a headlock.
Kelly.
Preferably Kelly. Yeah.
I'll break my neck.
And then definitely say hi to Shartimus Prime.
Shartimus Prime.
Another Bandito Radio alum.
Yeah, we play some of his music on our radio station.
And I think our booth is close to his.
That'd be dope.
Okay. Well, let's hop over to the toy companies here real quick. We just saw Four Horsemen. They got some pretty cool stuff.
They're going to have a big booth.
Deadman has something new to share with everybody, too.
At some point, yeah, but let's just continue.
I just wanted to get to Oddfrog, that's all. Unless you didn't want to see it. That's
No, keep going.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Animal King. Yeah, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I have some of those figures. Those are pretty dope.
Sharp.
They came up out of nowhere a couple of years ago and have been doing pretty good recently.
Axion Fig sent us some too.
Yeah. Monster Force, man, Big Bad Toy Stores line that with Monkey Force. They're doing, they're doing it too.
Oh, and here's one of our guys.
Our friends at Brutal Realm.
I'm
real quick side note that top middle character, he is Ogun. And he's a warrior god, and he actually is the god that the bad guy in an audiobook that I narrated. That is this voodoo. Well, he considers himself a voodoo priest, but he constantly prays to Ogun. So to see this figure, I'm like, I kind of want that just to go with my book, you know.
You should get it.
Yeah, but pretty badass. What we got here? Creative Beast Studios.
Nice, the dinosaur lines.
Good stuff.
Grindhouse Toys.
Thanks for having me on. Just another reminder that I can't make it, Kelly. I appreciate it.
I know. I've got FOMO. Ooh,
I'm super glad
you
guys finally make that out to a con, though. I've been telling you to do that forever. So.
We've been trying, man. We've been trying. It's not cheap. And
I understand, but it's
essential. It's essential for sure. And finally making it is.
There we go.
Yay, there it is.
Nice.
So it looks like you guys are in the lineup of, I should say but I'm not going to be there either, unfortunately. But maybe the next time there's a Seattle convention, you guys need to come up this way. And
we'll find a good there is a good convention, but don't go to the Emerald City Comic Con. That thing's not cool.
Well, there's a lot here locally that we could.
There was this past weekend.
Kind of content for a show.
WonderCon just happened out here in Anaheim too, and it was like, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of little one-off toy shows. I know, like by me, I'm about 20 minutes north of Seattle, and there'll be toy shows that pop up here and there, but even those might not be a bad idea to.
No, there's a pretty big one in Puyallup. It's actually a circuit they do all throughout the year. It's called Washington State Toy Fair, and they go all these different places, but the big one is in Puyallup, and that's sometime midsummer. So you might get
at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have one here that they've been doing constantly called like Nerds and Hip Hop, somewhere like a couple hours from here, and they do it consistently. So it's that one's been growing kind of too, and it's like car themed and hip hop music and anime, and
that would be a good one to go to.
Sounds perfect for the band.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you guys. Just get lots of pictures and autographs, all right? Try not to, and show us the toys that you buy.
We'll be hustling at the booth though. We'll be trying to make sales and convince people at the vision with David Vonner being there and the SKN guy, action figure frequency guys. We'll be pitching Oddfrog to people who hopefully have never heard of us and pre-order Banditos. We'll have some giveaway comics of Southside of Don Malone, which. The Bandito is going to make an appearance in his comic in the next issue, along with David Vonner, Kelly, and myself will be in one of those issues. There's the Garage guys and handing over the keys to the Bandito to Dalton Malone. So that's going to be kind of dope. But yeah, We won't have that issue. That one's in the works, but we'll have one of the issues to give away to, people who pre-ordered the Bandito, and yeah, we're just excited.
Well, speaking of comics,
comics and books and magazines and
yeah.
All right. So last but certainly not least, Deadman, you have been working on something with another creator in the community, and we'd love to hear about it. Pitch your wares.
Well, my wares are ready to be shown. If you want to share my screen.
Absolutely.
This is a family show. No.
I didn't say my underwears. So anyway, Toymerc's Legions magazine is it's up for pre-order right now. We have all kinds of stuff going on. It's same concept as Toymerc's, from the community, for the community, by the community. Awesome. It's all community. The first issue is on pre-order right now. Like I just said, the pre-order is going to end on March 31st. That does not mean we will not be able to sell you any comics. We will just stop you, or not comics, any magazines. That just means that we'll be stopping the pre-order process. I believe there's going to be a wait list because we are going to order more than what's pre-ordered. So it'll go to wait list for a short amount of time before that.
So you know how many more to order and stuff.
Yeah, that whole thing might change us a little bit, but we are ordering more, and there will be more to order. You can still order them. Just go order it.
Now, is this going to be a physical magazine?
Yes, physical magazine in the U.S. and the territories at this point. You can get it at legionsmagazine.com.
Very cool.
Like I said, we're looking to ship mid to late April, which means we're just about to go to print. That's when the pre-orders will stop, is right when we go to print. Unfortunately, international shipping isn't a thing that's working out for us. International shipping is not only expensive, but it's climbing right now for everywhere. We were just looking. I have, Toymerc is an admin that lives in Chile, and we were looking to see what it would cost to send him an issue. And just to send him an issue, it would cost us $40 in shipping. Plus, there's duties and taxes and all that sort of stuff. So we are looking into ebook for overseas, but in the United States, there will be a physical magazine, and anybody who wants to pay the shipping price to get the physical magazine overseas to you, we can work that out with you on a personal level. Just if you're willing to pay the shipping, we're willing to send it to you. It's kind of outrageous, which is why we're going to go the ebook for.
And it looks like you've got interviews and stuff. Tell us a little bit about the content.
Trying to get there, but thank you. So it's 48 full color pages. It's 25, I think it is 25 plus, maybe a few more. Full pages of just photos people have taken in the community. Their own art. Cool. Yeah, and there's articles in this particular issue. Let's go ahead and switch to another one. This is the back cover, by the way.
Okay.
And here's the front cover.
That's right.
So as you can see, we have a Photoshop tutorial in here. We have a custom Space Marine going on in here. We got Original, who's the guy who helped me start Toymerc, by the way. He's the creator spotlighted in this first issue.
Absolutely love the colors in that, and the light reflecting and the color usage, really good.
Yeah. Ronan did a good job. And that's, by the way, the guy I'm working with is Digital Ronan. That's digital_R0N1N. Go follow him on Instagram. Yeah,
it looks beautiful, Ronan. Nice job.
Yeah, and here's a little bit of the interview we did with Toy God. Just a snippet of pages here.
Tutorials.
This is ignore this. The table of contents has changed. We've rearranged all of this. But this will be in the front cover, and this will be the first page. And
nice.
So just a little write-up I did and my photo.
Dude, so, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm super stoked on it. Ronan is super stoked on it. There's multiple people in the community. There's tons of people in the community that are stoked on it. But in order for us to do this, we need the community's help. We need the community to buy it, because we're not there's no money in this for us, which means we're not going to be able to flip it over into anything else. We're just trying to keep it going. So the more people order, the more we can print. The more we can print, the cheaper it gets. And just so you guys know, when you see this and you say, "Oh, I heard Deadman say they're not trying to make money," and you see ad space in there, nobody paid for an ad. Not a single person paid for an ad space. And I think that's all I got.
I love it. It looks beautiful. You guys did an amazing job. Shout out to Ronan for the arrangement on the book.
I didn't say that we're planning on doing this quarterly, so 4 issues a year.
Great. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and who knows if it becomes. I mean, so far it's been super fun. We're thinking about doing 2 extra books next year, if that if all works out.
About how many pages for an issue?
48.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big book for quarterly. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's awesome. This is it for the day. This is what we wanted to show you guys. We're gonna keep it pithy and show you what we got going on. Keep you posted with updates. Look for our stories on Instagram. We have little teasers going out of stuff that's going to be at the show. Appreciate y'all for being here, Mikey.
Let me just say one more thing. Bandito Radio has Block 6 out now.
Yeah,
these radio blocks are amazing. They're incredible. They're fun, and the artists that have been joining the roster have been phenomenal. So
absolutely top notch. I love the Stereo Flowers. It's like my favorite rock and roll band right now. They're just awesome rock.
They're pretty good. They're
good, man.
There really is a little something for everybody, you know. And there's groovy, funky stuff. There's just mind trippy instrumentals. There's hip hop. There's like Eddie was saying, Ray Millie. I'm not a huge hip hop person, but I'm really digging her shit.
Yeah, I'm listening to all of it.
She's got a great voice too.
There's even some crust punk on there, guys.
Yeah.
I heard that David Koresh choir is pretty good too.
It is. I like it. I like
country stuff on there.
But country.
We do have independent artists reaching out, and if you or someone is a music artist that wants to join our roster and get your music out there, drop us an email 112banditoradio@gmail.com, or just reach out to any of us through any kind of messages, and we'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, this is a project. This is a whole project idea that was, kind of created by us and David Varner. So David Varner's on board with it. So, he's the one been tapping into artists and
the radio was his idea. We just, kind of picked up the ball and ran with it.
And rolling with it.
Yeah.
So
there's more coming, guys. We have other car-oriented things that I think are gonna be really cool for people as far as the entertainment side of Oddfrog Entertainment goes. All right, let's wrap it up. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you in about
Deadman, thank you for joining us. Legionsmagazine.com.
Yep.
Support. Hit like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff.
Look for us at Toylanta.
Toylanta bound. Toylanta.